All right, so you click the link in the description. You followed the tutorial that I created on how to connect ManyChat to Instagram. You're collecting emails. Now what? This stops a lot of people. A lot of people have dormant email lists because they don't know what to send. They don't know when to send it. They don't know how. And so they have a contact list, but they just don't use it. And so that's what we're going to talk about right now is how often should you be emailing your email contacts? There's a lot of mixed opinions out there. I've heard some people just say send as many emails as you possibly can. You can never send too many emails. I think that's entirely false. I think that's completely not true. I think that you can definitely send too many emails and overload people's inboxes. It happens to me on a regular basis. I'm always unsubscribing from people's lists because I join and they're providing value, but then they overdo it and they blow up my inbox, and I don't want that. And so for me, this is actually something that I did with one of my clients. He was sending emails 5 to 7 times a week on top of the 5 to 6 email sequence, welcome sequence, when they joined the list. And there was nothing set up to where people who were in the welcome sequence weren't receiving the daily newsletter. So they were getting like 10 to 15, or yeah, it was like 10 to 12 emails as soon as they joined in the list in the first week. And the unsubscribe rate from the list was 50%, literally 50%. And so when I came in, I said, hey, you're sending way too many emails. We need to cut this down. Let's go for quality and not quantity. So that's exactly what we did. We cut it from 5 to 7 emails a week to 2 emails per week every Tuesday and Thursday. It has a theme, it has a name, and it consistently shows up in a consistent way with a consistent look. And the unsubscribe rate, because I also set up the automation to keep people that are in the welcome sequence out of receiving the Tuesday, Thursday newsletter. And the unsubscribe rate now is like 0.25, 0.22, something like that. Wildly drastic change. And the open rate sits right now, the last 90 days, around 40%. And so, which is pretty solid. If you don't know anything about email marketing, it's really solid. And so being more intentional with what you're sending and why you're sending it, instead of just blasting emails for the sake of blasting emails, I think will always win. And people don't want to be blown up. They just don't. And so send an email once, twice a week, 3 times for me, max, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, but keep it to something that you can know you can consistently do. So if you haven't sent anything to your list and you have one, start with once a week. Pick a day of the week and just send something of value, something that they can utilize in their lives, and just do it once a week. And once you get the hang of it and you find the flow, you find the rhythm once a week, you can do it twice a week or 3 times a week. But start with something that you can actually upkeep, and not, I'm going to send 3 times a week and I've never sent a newsletter. And then all of a sudden you're behind because you didn't send 3 times a week. And it's a whole thing. So start with one and keep it short, keep it simple, and keep it relevant and resourceful. Is resourceful the word for that? Keep it relevant and useful, and build on top of that. But keeping contact with your email list, staying at the top of their mind, top of their inbox on a week-to-week basis, it builds that connection, it builds that trust, and there's just can't go wrong with it. So send an email once a week and build from there. But if you want to collect more emails through Instagram, through TikTok, through Facebook, and you're not currently doing that, there's a free tutorial in the description on how to connect ManyChat to your email marketing software and to your socials, and then how to actually set up the automation that will collect and send the free resources. It will collect emails, send the free resource on autopilot for you. You'll never have to touch it again. If you want to set that up, click the link. I'll send it over to you, and I'll catch you in the next one.